Good morning, students. Today we are going to read Pakistan-USSR relations in the topic of Pakistan's relation with other countries in the subject of history O levels. So concentrate yourself. Pakistan-USSR relationships. USSR was the old name of a big country before the disintegration of the USSR. So today's it is known as Russia. So look at the size of the USSR at that time as compared to Pakistan. Here is the Pakistan green in color and USSR orange in color. So look at the difference. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start now. Russia had cold relations with Pakistan at its birth. Russia did not send her message of felicitation to the Quaid-e-Azam. Our first foreign minister, Sir Zafrullah Khan, while in New York in 1948, expressed his intention to the Russian diplomats of establishing Pak-Russian relations. It was on 2nd May 1948 that both countries announced their ambassadorial contacts. So look at the date. Almost after 1 year, they announced their ambassadorial contacts. There have clear and definite period of the poor and strained relations and also periods of the improved and good relations. From 1947 to 1962 was the period of the cool and strained relations. In 1950, Liaquat Ali Khan received an invitation to visit USSR, but this visit did not take place and Liaquat Ali Khan visited USA instead. So this was the turning point at that time, because of which the relations deteriorated, because invitation was from the USSR, but Liaquat Ali Khan paid visit to USA. Russia then got inclined towards India and it caused great difficulties for Pakistan in later years. Relations worsened when Pakistan joined CENTO and SEATO pacts in 1954 and 55, as these pacts were against Russia. Russia thus openly sided with India on Kashmir issue and also supported the Pakhtunistan movement. Mr. Khrushchev, the Russian premier, toured India and said Kashmir is an integral part of India. In May 1960, an American spy plane U-2 flew from an American airbase near Peshawar and was shot down while flying over Russia. Russia gave a very severe warning to Pakistan that you are responsible and don't do this again, otherwise you will face the consequences. This was the threat given by the USSR. In 1961, the Soviets, as a gesture of goodwill, agreed to begin exploring for oil in Pakistan. During 1962 to 69, period relations greatly improved because a war took place between China and India in 1962. It resulted in Indian defeat. India accepted a large quantity of the arms from USA, which greatly annoyed Russia, and Pakistan and Russia became closer because at that time in 1960s, Russia was openly sided with India, but when India accepted arms from USA, that thing annoyed the Russia, and Russia then came closer to Pakistan. Russia agreed to give a loan of $150 million to Pakistan for oil exploration. Trade agreements also took place. In 1963, it loaned Pakistan 11 million and shifted from its previous open support for India over Kashmir to a neutral stance. So this was a big change. This was a period of good relations between Pakistan and Russia. So Russia, when was previously sided India to say that Kashmir is the integral part of India. Now its stance changed from sided to India to neutral. So, okay, after the Pakistan-India War of 1965, the Tashkent Agreement took place through the efforts of the Russian president. In 1965, Ayub Khan paid an official visit to the Soviet Union, and further agreements on trade and oil exploration were reached. In January 1966, after Pak-India War, Soviet Union hosted a peace conference between India and Pakistan at Tashkent. The Pakistan representatives were impressed by this. In 1968, USSR began to supply military aid to Pakistan. Relations were at very low point during 1969 to 1971 because Pakistan's effort to bring US and China closer greatly annoyed Russia. So because Pakistan was favoring America in improving the relations between America and China, and both countries were not having good relations with Russia. So this act of Pakistan annoyed Russia. In 1971, Russia fully supported India with military aid and Pakistan lost its east wing. In 1972, Bhutto visited USSR. USSR agreed to build a steel mill in Pakistan. In December 1979, Russian troops invaded Afghanistan, caused an open rift between Pakistan when Pakistan accepted American aid to support the Mujahideen rebels. So this was the time when Pakistan openly sided with America, accepted aid to support Mujahideen rebels who were fighting against the Russia. So that was the time when relations were at the extremely lower level. Relations deteriorated because Pakistan wholeheartedly helped Afghan Mujahideen who were fighting against the USSR troops. Agha Shahi, Pakistan's foreign minister, was sent to Russia for friendship in December 1980, and the Russian deputy foreign minister paid a return visit to Pakistan in August 1981. Zia visited Moscow to attend the funeral rites of the Russian President Mr. Brezhnev in 1982. Sahibzada Yaqub Khan was sent to Moscow in June 1983 to strengthen the Pak-Russian relations. Zia again visited Moscow in 1985 for the funeral of the Andropov. He got a cool reception. This was the time 1983. USSR planes bombed Pakistani territory in KPK because in KPK an American base was there from where American planes were flew to spy the Russian positions in USSR. So that's why Russian planes bombed Pakistan territory in KPK. Thus, till 1988, Pakistan was not on good relations with till withdrawal of the Soviet Union troops from Afghanistan in 1989. The relations had improved and became normal after that. On the whole, Pakistan was not very successful in keeping good relations with USSR because periods of the improved relations were short-lived. The USSR totally shattered into 15 independent states on 21st December 1991. At present, Pakistan enjoys pleasant relations with the Russian Federation, a political heir of USSR. Gohar Ayub Khan visited Moscow and held talks with Mr. Yevgeny Both countries are interested in making their relations more dynamic, want mutual trade. Pakistan has recently purchased Russian transport helicopters Mi-17. Russian federations want to upgrade Karachi steel mill and power plant projects in Pakistan. Pakistan imports fertilizer manufacturers, machinery and equipment, iron and paper from Russia. And Pakistan exports pharmaceutical, raw tobacco, textile, rice, meat and sports equipment and surgical goods to Russia. Some Russian and Pakistani companies are making efforts to market Kamaz vehicles. So this is a vehicle which is actually jointly made by Russian and Pakistani companies, and they are trying to market it. Pakistan launched Badr 2 satellite with the help of the Russian launch vehicles. So this was the topic, students, one of the important topic in the topic of Pakistan relations with other countries. So read this lecture again, learn it, make your notes. Thank you so much.